to the original language. It identifies when words are inserted that I won't say should not be there. That's really not a bias I carry because that's not what I believe. When words are inserted that, given the best understanding of the translators, meant what they thought at the time, right? They at least had the forethought to identify the words that they added. Translations after that, very few of them do. Like, people become more pride as time goes forward. People become very prideful. We're an arrogant generation, right? Except for Justin, who is not.
No, you're good, you're good.
We are an arrogant generation. And if you look at it, it said, you just think about what Jesus said. Jesus is, was there stuff inside the kitchen too? Was there, did you? Or is that why everybody was in there? Or did you just show them where the bathroom was? Oh, good, thank you. Yeah, these poor people here, last time we had class here at the house, I didn't even tell them where the urinal was, so they're like probably all busted a gut by the time they got home.
You did it.
That explains the wet spot by the back door. I thought it was the dog next door. Oh, man. But, Jesus says don't be deceived. The very first thing Jesus says, Matthew 24:4, do not be deceived. That tells me that the closer we get to His return, the more deception is going to abound. We see Paul talk about that. He talks about it in his writings. Lawlessness, nomos, without law, right? It's the absence of law, whether by choice or by execution. I either choose not to obey the law, or I say that the law doesn't apply to me. I'm without law, right? Either way, the outcome is the same, which is the law that should exist is not covering, is not being respected, not being lived. So the closer that we get to the Lord's return, I believe that men will become more arrogant, more prideful, and without law, and that even believers, Jesus said, unless those days had been shortened, even the elect would be lost. Which means that we are going to experience those things as well. And we're going to have to constantly watch ourselves. We can't let our love grow cold. We can't be deceived. We've got to constantly come back to the truth. We have to hold each other accountable. None of us are above reproach. We have to stay responsible to one another, to listen to one another. When you see something in me, you need to come to me and say, you see it. Don't just assume I'm going to get it. I'm a guy. Guys don't get it, right? You've got to be told, right? The first 10 years Mary and I were married, I would make her cry, and I'm like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Right? I'm like, I didn't get it. I understand. She doesn't remember. I think the Lord blotted it out of her mind. We were just talking about that the other day. She's like, I don't remember that. I'm like, I do. I made you cry the first 10 years of our marriage. But it was just easier for her to tell me, you're a jerk. I mean, I'd rather have her say that than to not know and go through a day trying to figure it out on my own. Just tell me, because then I can process it and I can move on, right? But of course, that's not what my wife wants. She wants me to understand, and there's a difference between understanding and understanding, right? Yeah, right. She wants me to get it. Why should I have to tell you you're a jerk? You should just know you're a jerk. I say all that to say this. The reason I love the King James, and this is indeed a plug for the King James, the reason I like it, number one, it was translated in the 1500s. Early 1600s, it was finally put to press. It's been the same version for the last 500 years. The words that were added by the original translators are in italics, so you know what was added, what was not in the original language. When I read my King James, I leave the italics words out. If it makes sense without them, I don't even read them. I just leave them out. When I look at the Greek, and I do a lot of Greek studies, I'm not a Greek scholar, not even close, but there are phenomenal tools, blueletterbible.org. If you don't have it, go to it, download the app. I give them money every month. I support them every month. I sent them a thank you note the other day just because it's a phenomenal study tool. If you want to study Scripture, you will not study well if you do not use this app. It's one of the best apps I've ever used. Skip the Life Church Bible app. It's for novices. Get the Blue Letter Bible app. It's phenomenal. Hands down. I give a little bit of money every month to Life Church for their Bible app because I want to be part of what they're doing. But I give 2.5 times the amount towards Blue Letter Bible because it's that much better. Blue Letter Bible. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they'll also read out loud to you.
Yeah, I listen to it all the time. Yeah, it's got audio Bible in it. It's great. Okay, let's talk. Here we go.
One thing for you,
Yeah,
said to remind you of the son of perdition.
son of perdition. Yes, before we're done, at the end.
Before we're done.
Yeah, thank you.
That.
I had one reminder of the son of perdition. Dee Dee, it's your turn next.